Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrea, and to this practice we'll integrate mobility with strength. All you need is your mat. We'll start in a cross-legged seated position. You can place a blanket or a cushion or a block below your glutes so that you're in a more downward slope. You can close your eyes here and just take a moment to set an intention for today's practice. You can start paying attention to your natural breathing rhythm, and also drawing your attention to the straight line between your perineum till the crown of your head, and making sure there is a straight line, which means that your head should be sitting in between your shoulders and your shoulders should be aligned to your hips. Open your chest here. Make sure that you facilitate your breath as much as possible, and we do so by opening up the chest, drawing the shoulder backwards, making sure that your head is not pointing forward, but which is back and aligned to your shoulders. You can set an intention for today's practice. And then slowly you can open your eyes in front of you. Good. So we'll start with a breathing exercise. So what I ask you now to do is to bring both hands in front of you, interlace your fingers, and bring both hands right behind your head, okay? With your elbows pointing to the sides and upwards. And then from here we will inhale to the left and exhale to the right. In left, X right. In, X, in, X, in, X, in, X. You can start at your own rhythm, and of course you can slow it down or speed it up. It's really up to you. There is no right or wrong. We'll start to open the windows of our house. Make sure that new air, fresh air, gets into the window of a upper floor here in this case. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Release your hands on your knees. And then we can start doing some small circles in a clockwise direction, perceiving one sitting bone, then the other, one sitting bone, then the other. And then those circles can increase their circumference, making sure we try to explore different areas of our body, coming forward to the right, back to the left. And again, here the speed is up to you. What I invite you to do is really to explore a bit more your body, the sides of your body, and take notes, mental notes on what's happening on one side. And then we can change sides, starting with small circles, and you can take notice of what's happening into the other side. This time we are rotating in an anti-clockwise direction, so with the spin of the planet towards our past. And 2, 1, and back to center. Good. So from here we'll start into hands and knees, and we'll go right away with our hands flipped towards our knees. Okay, so what I ask you to do here is come forward with your knees and try to place your knees on top of your hands. Good. And from here you can tuck your toes and come backwards and then towards the front, backwards and front. You can even exhale and inhale. exhale, and inhale. And then what we do is we will add some cat-cows movement. So basically we will enarch our back when we come backwards and round the spine when we come forward. Enarch, inhale, exhale, round. Enarch, inhale, exhale, round. Enarch, exhale, inhale, round. And again for 3, 2, and 1. And then you can untuck your toes, you can bring the knees inside your hands, and then you can flip your palms forward. You can tuck your toes again and sit on your heels. You can shake a bit your hands, and then you can again once more interlace your hands, bring them just below your chest as if it was your third hand. Make sure that you have a 90-degree angles between your thighs and the floor, and you can do the same between your forearms and the floor. And then from here we can draw circles towards the right, making sure that your third hand here is the perineum on which you are drawing your circumference. You can also add movements of your head if this feels nice to you. You can also expand a bit the circle here. 2 more. And then the other side, anti-clockwise direction. It's really up to you the size of the circle and the speed. That's so personal, actually. Good. So bring both hands forward again. This time you can bring the right hand behind your head. Exhale, bring your right elbow to the left hand, and inhale, bring it up and open, twisting towards the right, and then again down, and then twist towards the right. Couple of more of these. And then simply change sides. So this time your right hand is planted on the ground, the left one is behind your head. Inhale, open towards the left. Exhale, bring it back to the ground. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Good. So now simply do some, I invite you to do some small movements back and forth with your knees on the ground but on your hands. So simply stretching a bit our knees, our wrists a bit more. Then you can open the hands towards the sides and do the same thing, and then switch to left and right. And then once again, you can flip your wrist backwards and you can come front and back. Making sure that your forearms are bent, so your elbows are a bit bent. Good. Again, you can shake your hands, come sitting on your heels. And then come to the back of the mat, sitting in Balasana. So with your sitting bones on your heels, bring both arms forward, dropping your foreheads to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Exhale here. Inhale, bring both hands forward and come up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot in between your hands, drop the right knee, rise up. Exhale, hands to the mat, right foot comes next to the left. Inhale, rise all the way up, and exhale, bow forward, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, step the left foot behind you, drop the left knee, drop the left foot. Inhale, rise up with both hands. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the floor. Balasana. And we'll repeat this several times. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot in between your hands, drop the right knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot between next to the left. Inhale, rise towards the sky. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step the left foot towards the back, drop the left knee. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your knees, Balasana. Again, in, up, X. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot, lunge. Exhale, right foot next to the left. Inhale up, all the way up. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, left foot behind. Inhale up, lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then exhale, Balasana. One more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot in between your hands. Right knee to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right foot next to the left. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up, all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot behind you, rise up, lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then come back to Balasana. Just a couple of breaths here in Balasana. Then bring both hands below your shoulders. Rise up. And from here, simply elevate your knees, making sure we are stretching the shell of our feet. And then back to hands and knees. Good. So from hands and knees here, tuck your toes and come back into a short version of downward dog. Okay, so you can see that it's short because if you come into plank, you'll see that the version is short because your shoulders will go over your wrist. Good. And from here, you can drop one forearm and then the other, reaching dolphin pose. Okay, so just breathe here through your nose, pushing the ground away with both forearms. Strong legs. Rise up on the ball of your feet. Make sure that your heels are shooting toward the sky. And press the ground away with your hands, squaring your hands so that it's not just your wrist which is pressing the ground, it's your fingertips, it's all parts of your hands. And then you can also pedal a bit your dolphin here, so bending one knee then the other. And then from here we'll do a dynamic exercise, bending both knees, hovering them a couple of centimeters towards the mat, and then stretching them back. So inhale, exhale, inhale, X, in, X, in, X, in, X, in, X, in, X. Good. So from here, drop your knees to the floor and come back once again in Balasana. From Balasana, bring both hands forward, look forward, and scoop all the way up with your front body on the floor and bringing your forearms in front of you for a Sphinx pose. Raise your forehead, bring your hands below your shoulders, tuck your toes, and from here you can either come up on your knees, pressing the floor away with your hands, or you can come up in your reverse chaturanga. Okay, so you can find yourself in plank, or you can do it with your knees to the floor. Okay, and from chaturanga, either with or without the knees on the floor, we come into chaturanga again and press it up, and then coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot in between your hands and rise up into a lunge with your right knee up, so the right leg is straight and your left knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. You can create a frame with both hands grabbing opposite elbows above your head, making sure you're pressing the ground away with the ball of your right foot. Then open your arms to the side and bring them back, changing the cross of your hands and elbows. And then open the pose towards left, bring the right hand to the floor and twist towards the left. Then bring the left hand to the floor and bring your hips backwards while you bow over your left leg. And from here, inhale, move forward, open your chest, look towards your future, and exhale, fold. Inhale forward, and exhale, fold. And one last time. Inhale forward, open your heart, your lungs, your chest, and exhale. Fold over the left leg. Let's stay here a couple of breaths. And then step back into downward dog. Beautiful. You can pedal a bit your dog here. That was kind of intense for the left leg. And now we'll repeat on the right. So inhale, step the right foot in between your hands and rise up to a lunge. Nice. So the right leg is 90-degree angles bent, the left leg is straight, and you are on the ball of the foot. You can create a frame with your hands grabbing the opposite elbows. And simply breathe here. Make sure in this pose that you try to square and even up your hips. The left hip tries to move backwards while you have to try to bring it forward so that they are even pointing towards your potential. And then from here, open up both arms towards the sides and then bring them back over your head, changing the grab of your hands and elbows. And then exhale, open and twist towards the right, and then bring the left hand to the floor and rise up with your right. Then bring the right hand back to the mat and exhale, bow and fold over your right leg. The left foot is on the ball of the foot. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. You can stay here a couple of breaths. Squaring the position, making sure that your hips are aligned, that your head is heavy towards the floor and towards your right leg. And then simply step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, dog. And let's take a vinyasa here. Inhale, come to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. Step or jump with your feet towards your hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. You can place both hands in front, below your feet, with the palms touching the sole of the feet, exchanging heat from your warm hands to your cold feet, and simply release here your entire upper body and your head with your knees bent. Slowly release your hands and slowly come to squat, opening up a bit your feet, if it is helpful for you, or placing a blanket or a block below your glutes. Fantastic. So you can bring both hands in prayer mode in front of you, making sure that your spine is straight. And if this is not accessible, feel free just to, sit down or place lots of blocks and blankets or even a chair below your glutes. And then exhaling, simply release your glutes to the floor and come to seated. I'll turn towards the camera here. You can sit cross-legged, or if you prefer, you can sit Virasana, meaning with your sitting bones on your heels, and you can even place a block in between your heels, or a bolster or a blanket. And I prefer Virasana or sitting on blocks and blankets because the position is downhill. So when your legs and when your hips are higher than your knees, this is when the posture allows you better to open the chest. And we'll do a pranayama exercise here, a breathing technique. It will be a kriya, so a purifying technique. And it will go basically like this. So first of all, bring your hands on your knees, look forward, and we will exhale, rounding the spine, and inhale, back bending our spine. So it will be in, out, in, out. You can close your eyes here while you do it, and you can just Start slowly perhaps, and then you can accelerate the pace if you prefer. Making sure you are inhaling, exhaling through the nose, pumping out and in the breath to open the windows of your lungs and invite and allow fresh air to fill the rooms and within your body. And the movement can be also subtle. It doesn't need to be forced too much in the extension and in the rounding. It can be pretty small as well. And you can also experiment a bit and make it smaller but faster, for instance. Five, four, three, two, one, and back to center. Then rise with both arms towards the sky, grab your hands and create a one fist by interlacing both hands on top of you. Okay? Drop your shoulders, and from here we will inhale to the right and exhale to the left. In this case as well, you don't have to force too much the movement. You can start slowly with a small range, and then perhaps you'd want to explore a bit more your capabilities and other areas of your side bodies. Keep breathing here. In, X, in, X, in, X, in, X. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, hold it at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth. You can open your eyes here slowly. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat and practicing with me today. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did so, please comment the video, let me know what you think, or you can even share the practice with somebody who needs it. Of course, if you didn't already, subscribe to the channel. This helps me so much in growing my community here on YouTube. So I'll see you on the mat very soon. Thanks again for joining. Namaste. Ciao.